champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
Hello and hello. Welcome back to the Undisputed Champ YouTube boxing channel. It's been a minute. It's been an hour. It's been a month. It's been too long, but I'm finally back, guys. And yeah, the fight we want to talk about today is Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol. And what a good fight it was. It was a good fundamental scrap. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. But a lot of people are shocked at Canelo's loss. A lot of people are shocked, and I'm not one of them. I thought this was a 50-50 fight when it was announced. I thought it was a 50-50 fight when they had the stare down and the weigh-in. And I thought it was a 50-50 fight on the night. Canelo is trying to do some extraordinary stuff in boxing. Moving up from super middleweight, moving up from junior welterweight to middleweight to super middleweight to light heavyweight and capture belts at every division, and he's done that. And he tried to then capture another belt at light heavy. This is extraordinary stuff, guys. This is rare stuff. This is not normal stuff. And for him to run into a full-fledged light heavyweight in Dimitri Bivol, who knows how to use his reach, who knows how to box, boxing fundamentals are on point, who's strong, and to lose, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Guys, just because Canelo's done extraordinary stuff before doesn't mean he can always do that. And I know he beat Kovalev at light heavy, and it was a great result for him. It was a great win. But there's still an asterisk on that fight. Kovalev was coming off the back of a really tough fight with Anthony Yard. He had a short camp. There was a rehydration clause in place on that fight. And yeah, Canelo nearly decapitated the guy and left him on the ring rope in the 11th, like it was a guillotine. But Kovalev gave Canelo a rough ride in that fight. And in my opinion, he was winning the fight up until he got stopped. So for a guy to just to use his reach, to use his boxing fundamentals, to use his size, and to push Canelo back, which people have been struggling to do, but he managed to push Canelo back and to win the fight, doesn't shock me at all. And full props to Dimitri Bivol for not being intimidated, for not being scared, for not being overawed by the situation or the glamour of the fight, and just going out there and proving that if you have good boxing fundamentals, if you're not scared and you use your attributes effectively, there's no one you can't beat. I also like to shout out the boxing judges that didn't rob Bivol. I don't have their names to hand, but we all expected, when we saw it go to points, to now be coming onto YouTube and saying, Bivol won but he was robbed, and then now you have to go back and forth with people who only look at records and don't look at the watch fights and have to try and explain to him he won this round, he won that. No, they gave the right man the decision. There was no foul play. Even the scorecards were a bit closer than I had it, but there was no foul play. The right guy won, UD, and now we potentially get to see a rematch. It's a tough day for Canelo to try and win this rematch, because Bivol now knows how to beat Canelo. You beat him by pushing him back, by keeping a tight guard. That tight guard that Bivol had throughout the fight. He had his hands up. He had a tight guard. Canelo smashed on Bivol's arms, smashed them to bits, but Bivol didn't loosen up that guard, and he threw straight punches. So you got to push Canelo back. You have to have a tight defense. He's going to whip you to the body, so you definitely got to do the crunches in the gym. You need to have straight shots, straight down the throat of Canelo's guard. That intimidated Canelo a bit. He couldn't just storm in, and Canelo couldn't whip left hooks in either. Left hooks that he's famed for, he couldn't whip them in, because every time he would whip a left hook in, Bivol straight punches, and we all know that the fastest way from one point to another is going straight. Those straight punches would reach Canelo's face before Canelo's hooks would reach. And Canelo then realized, I've got to keep my guard up. I can't give away the hooks. I can't allow myself to throw those hooks, because I'm worried about what's coming back. And that took Canelo out of his groove. One thing I will say, Canelo has an amazing chin. Absolutely amazing chin, because he was taking straight shots all day, and he didn't look like he was going anywhere. It didn't even look like it bothered him, to be honest. So he probably got an all-time great chin. I can't remember the last time I saw Canelo wobbled. I think it might have been Miguel Cotto's brother, way back early in his career. that the last time I saw Canelo really hurt. So yeah, excellent chin. To move up to light heavyweight and to be able to take light heavy punches and look solid in there. Excellent chin. Maybe too excellent the chin. Maybe too excellent. But anyway, I've made comments on that before, so we'll leave that for this time. In the rematch, how is he gonna win this rematch? He's got to find a way. Canelo's got to find a way of basically moving his head because the punches are straight. The only way really to avoid that and to avoid a jab, he's got to incorporate more head movement, but not laying on the ropes head movement, because that's hard for Canelo to throw punches back. He's got to, kind of like a Mike Tyson, he's got to sort of step forward with the head movement and just be in out, and then once he gets into range, he has to let his hooks go, and he's got to work more to the body. He's got to outwork Bivol, work more to the body, and hopefully Bivol will maybe one day lower those arms and he can start working to the head. But what Canelo needs to work on in the rematch is his conditioning, his head movement. He's not going to outstrength Bivol, so there's no point working on clinching on things like that. But he's got to work on that head movement, head movement. He's got to work on even his footwork. And if he can quicken up his foot speed, that's probably going to be very tough at this point in his career. But if you could quicken up his foot speed, that would help him a lot. But yeah, head movement, working to the body, and just trying to outwork Bivol. Wear Bivol down. Try and be like a pest on him. Don't let Bivol be the one dictating the pace and walking you down. You've kind of got to step to him, but also move your head at the same time. It's going to be a tall task for him to win this rematch. And if I was to pick now, and I know it's a little bit reactionary, but I'll pick Bivol to win the rematch. Maybe even easier, because any fear factor that Bivol would have had is completely gone now. And Bivol doesn't look like one of those fighters that takes his foot off the gas in training or switches off. He seems very focused. So I'd give it to Bivol. Ever since I saw Bivol, he fought someone on the Eddie Hearn card back in Monaco a few years back. He knocked that guy out in one round. Clean, crisp punches, straight jab, straight right hand, knocked the guy out clean. I was like, ooh, this Bivol guy's got a little sight here. He's got a little sight here. And he took that same straight punches, that same attitude, and he brought it to this Canelo fight. And he didn't knock Canelo out, but he definitely put Canelo in his place and just humbled him dearly. So yeah, let's see what happens in this rematch. Let's see how it plays out. And yeah, on to the next one, guys. On to the next one. Peace.